Hello, let's do a few more tutorials here. So we're on in Photoshop tutorials, we're on B, crop select and layer mask. Let's start out with the crop tool. I'm going to open this in Photoshop. This particular tool, I select 3 down on the left if you have a toolbar double up like I do, and you can crop in with this however you want to crop in with it by holding on to these edges. But you can also use pre-recorded ratios. These are all in here that are photo size 2x3, 4x5, 5x7. But you also can put in your own coordinates. So let's say you have room for a 4x4 image. You can see what that looks like and move your photo around within that. You can also, keep those restraints of 4x4 and see what it would look like if you cropped in on it. I'm going to hit return. Hit return when you've got it where you want it to crop. Now the next image is straighten and crop. This is a really quick tutorial as well. No need to save. So I'm still on the crop tool, so you can see I'm going to clear that ratio there. I don't need the 4x4 for this one, but I do need to straighten it because it's crooked, and this is a really easy photo to do this straighten with. So I'm going to click this straighten button here at the top while I'm on the crop tool. It's supposed to be a level, I guess, but it looks like a double back, and it gives me this crosshairs. I'm going to draw at the same angle as these columns, and it's going to straighten it out. I'm going to hit return, and no need to save this, as we're not going to turn in these tutorials. The next one down there is a PDF. If you need written instructions, it's in that folder. Okay, so rotate image. This is very similar to what we just did, except try rotating at the corners when you crop in. I'm going to zoom in a little bit so you can see better. And then I can hit return when I'm happy. So once again, I'm on the crop tool, and you rotate at the corners. You can crop and rotate at the same time. Hit return when you're happy. And that is how you crop and rotate at the same time. Now this next assignment has instructions. It is like doing a puzzle. It has suggestions in the instructions for which selection tool to use. Now we used a lot of selection tools already when we worked on the pop art tutorial. So try some of those out again. Now I don't need to crop yet. I do when I get done. But right now I'm just going to try out some of those selection tools to get these images from here onto my nautical board here. So we're going to I'm going to duplicate this bottom one, and I'm going to turn the eyeball off on that. I'm going to call this one nautical. That's the name of the file when you finish with it. And I'm simply going to go along and use the best tool possible for selecting these items. So let me show you a few. Obviously, the marquee tool, let's see, the lasso tool, the polygon lasso. I like to also use the quick mask, the magic wand, to select these. Now you got to make sure you're on a layer and have it selected. So this particular layer here, I'm just going to delete that off, and then I'm going to hit Shift Command I to inverse. That might be a good way to do that. I'm going to hit Command D, and then just select the inside. And maybe I use a marquee. I'm holding down Shift to get the plus mark. Select more. So that was an easy way to get this particular one, which it looks like it goes in slot A. So I could just simply drag it there. That's defined, but I can also, if I'd like to have it on a new layer, I'd cut it, Command X, and paste it, Command V, and now each one's on a separate layer. Now this is a sand dollar, so I could label that sand dollar. Now, the best way to select this particular, what is this, a Nautilus? It's got a, wallpaper type background. It's very busy. It's hard to see. So maybe I use magnetic lasso tool to go around this. You got to click every once in a while and get this part selected out. Each one of these will have a slightly better way to use, and you may still have to clean it up, but it looks like I didn't get it just as much as I needed to right there. Let me go back in my history just a second. There you are. And I could come in with the regular lasso tool and holding down Option, regular lasso tool, where'd you go? Holding down Option, I can minus, Shift, add. So I can hold down Option for minus and take out a little area, Shift to add and add a little area. I'm going to cut this out of its background, Command X. I have to be on the right layer. I'm on the sand dollar layer. I gotta be on that nautical layer. Command X. And then paste it into the correct place. For the little screw, I'm thinking the elliptical. I'm going to hold down Option to draw from the center. Might be the best. For this one, I'm going to hit Command X. I got to be on the right layer. I got to be on that nautical layer. Command X, and then Command V. The little screw goes in the corners, and I could use that Command T tool, right? I'm going to hold down Option to copy it to another one, and see when I do that, hold down Option to copy, it makes a copy. So I could label this little screw, and then that is screw 2. But I can hold down Command T and twist it around if I don't want them to all look so identical. Then 2 more to go. So what I would do on this one right here, I think the fastest way is to use a rectangle work key around this little bit of coral here. And then I'm going to use a magic wand. I'm going to hold down Option inside that. I got to be on the right layer. The nautical layer. Let's do it again. I'm going to select fully with this on the right layer. Then I'm going to use my magic wand to hold down Option to minus from that. And I think that's going to be the best way to get that particular selection quick. And then I'm going to let you read the directions for the other two. They're quite easy. I'm sure you'll figure it out very well, or select it however you need to. When you're all completely done, I want you to crop in on the whole thing, leaving out those other parts. Crop in up here. This is part of the lesson. And save it as a JPEG. You're not going to need those layers when you turn it into me. Save those layers until you are finished, though, and call it nautical_your name. And save it as a JPEG so it's not as large. Nautical_your name in JPEG. When you're completely finished, you're ready to turn it in.